the end. But this new UI is fantastic because we can see so much of what happens in the middle of these rounds. We can see the state of drones, how many of a team got less, what's the utility available on both sides at any given time. So looking across this, you can see everything that is going on for both sides. The key one we're going to be watching for now that we have this access to this information is the drones that are alive for SSG as the round goes by. How many are stolen away by the Mute and the Mozzie? How many do they have left alive? And most importantly, how many are left in pocket?
Again, interestingly, looking across the setup for Navi there, it's the sort of thing that we can tell you a lot easier now, is that Navi are putting a big focus on information in this round. Citizen Pi both have bulletproof cameras, and then we've got saves on the Valkyrie, we've got Kendrew on the Mozzie, so they are going information overload, both in terms of denial and in terms of trying to use it, and we know how important that can be in Siege. So round number one has kicked off underway. The 6 Invitational has kicked off in full force now. We're going to be down in Church and Arsenal here on Clubhouse, and the tension is high.
It absolutely is. I wonder who gets the first kill of S.I, because that surely is the kind of thing you put on your Twitter bio once this is concluded.
Is it going to be our stream or is it going to be the Bravo stream though? That's the question.
Race. No one knows, absolutely. But as I said, we are on the downstairs. Very commonly where you would see a Thatcher being employed here to make sure you can definitely open up the hatches. That's why we saw the Kai ban come away, because the Electroclaw gadget, very, very good at preventing hard breaches such as Hibana and the Thermite from being able to get those opened up. And by the looks of it, SSG are making the right call here and really spacing things out. They've even got 2 up here on the top floor, so Navi actually borrowing a little bit from SSG and saying, you know what, we're going to hold the top floor. But Rampy goes, you know what, we've seen this 10,000 times. It's a strat that we run. You are not going to keep us away from getting these kills. And Rampy, as said, is going to find the opening kill. One of the key players, the second one comes through for him as Saves goes down, and Navi already into a 5 versus 3.
We told you to keep a close eye on Rampy, and that is exactly why we said it, coming in with 2 huge entry frags for Space Station Gaming, and that is not the start that Navi will have wanted here. Now, it's interesting, we've seen Navi try to play this top floor defense. If you remember, they did exactly the same in round 1 against Fours, week 1 of Pro League, and they had the same outcome. They got absolutely decimated up on the top floor. It's not worked again this time, so that's maybe something that they need to think about reviewing. We've got Bosco in here as Hibana just opening that kitchen hatch up, so that's going to start applying pressure to the 3 on site as well now.
I'm somewhat surprised because with Citizen and Pi playing on Vigil and Castle respectively, you have impact nades there, and they could have denied that going off, but no attempt was really made. Perhaps interesting to note as well, I was just about to talk about him, we've currently got the Vigil playing on site, not commonly where you would see him. It normally would be a Roma. Rampy finds a triple kill, and this is a way to make a name for yourself in the first round. 3 kills going his way. This round is all coming up Rampy.
Rampy is an absolute demon, and he's on a tear from round number 1. The potential for an ace is still there. The potential for an ace is real as Rampy comes in with kill number 4, taking the Vigil off the board. That leaves Pi all alone. He will get 1 onto Pulse. He has to go 1 versus 5. He won't be able to. And Rampy finishes things off, starts us off with a bang. 6 Invitational. Rampy, welcome to Canada.
Oh my word. That's the way to start things out. And I mean, Navi not looking too shaken. They know it's a first round. These things will happen sometimes. It's a learning experience. There's more than 1 round in a game, which is the beauty of Siege. Things can change back and forth. But they are not going to return downstairs. They are instead going to head upstairs into CCTV and Cash.
I think that's a good idea. Let's be honest. They've just
bringing that flex operator that helps them out. They've been bringing Finka, they've been bringing Lion. These are the 2 ops that inside of Coastline can definitely help you with executes or just trying to get any sort of pressure on site. You know, obviously with EE1Ds on Lion, it does have a little bit of a higher effect because people really can't move. Unlike Save's hand, that makes a nice micro adjustment, takes out Rise on the hookah window. So Navi already starting off with the opening kill.
It's Rise, once again, the player that we talked quite a bit about in the pregame here. He's one of the pivotal players for Rogue yesterday. This round, though, tries to go for an aggro peek out that hookah window. Gets his just desserts for that. Only manages to clip off about 25 damage on the save as well in the process, so not much sent in return for it. And also, a massive amount of utility. Great nade, goes into the corner.
So smart.
Ace in the hole on Hicks. Bye-bye to another member of Rogue as Navi are dominating the early round once again.
Saves with a great call for an EE1D and a free kill in the best of fashions with frag grenades. Kill that Jaeger. It always feels so good when you get a Jaeger that does not have an ADS next to him. So now Navi ahead by 2 in man count for round 4. They already have the rappel on the western side, so worried about double window, but that means that they have to be worried about any possibility of someone going downstairs into Sunrise. And that's exactly where Aces is. Is he able to get over to the couch window, he can possibly get himself a free kill, but Na'Vi has already vacated the premises. Pi is rotated over to Aqua Balcony to assist Kendrew. Nil is downstairs inside of security. Citizen is rotating through luggage currently to assist his team, but soon falls off towards 90.
Rip's having to be very careful about his position right now. Just trying to play behind the bomb chassis. Nearly would have given him away if the player from Na'Vi was in an appropriate position for it. Thankfully, was not the case at the time. Another nade goes in, though. Man. Another nade kill going in the direction of Save specifically. That's 2 on the round for these guys. As Na'Vi now 3 kills in their favor, and they barely set a foot in the building. It's all been aggression from Rogue, or just well-placed utility, and oh my god, Saves! Just executes Corey and Aces to end the round. That's a 4K from him. Beautiful stuff.
Kendrew clicked his ability button so that Saves could run. That was really it. That was truly impressive, and that's the showing of you that that's how Lion does. I mean, that's why Lion was nerfed in the first place, is because he was so easy to coordinate with. He's a little bit more complex now just because you get pings, but if you're good at reading locations, like Saves was in that round, he only really had 1 gunfight that entire time. Otherwise, he got 2 kills with frag grenades in tandem with Kendrew using his EE1Ds. Such fantastic play from Na'Vi.
Especially after that last round, BDS seemingly doesn't have to do much to stall out Fnatic. They really didn't do anything. Shaiko with the first kill from somewhere, God knows, but it's going to be Virtue. That's a big pick. Virtue helped out Tex the last time to get those first 2 kills that Fnatic needed to try and force sight.
First minute of the round already gone away.
That's gross. You guys know that's gross. That shouldn't happen.
Tex in the meanwhile here, looking to line himself up. Play as he works his way down. Not going to be able to isolate any of the members of BDS here. Magnet fishing for something on this repelled window. He's got an angle set up, but he just can't support it, and he also doesn't want to shoot too early here to give it away. Shaiko trying to take the duel at Skylight again here now. Looking for another pickup for his team, and just outright standing in it, thriving in this environment right now. This is so bold from Shaiko. Mentalist nearly able to line up an angle to shut at least one of the players down, but the Nitro Cell sent out a Mentalist. He's able to escape it, though, only losing about 25 HP from it.
I'm the one casting the match, and I had a heart attack from that Nitro Cell sailing through that. Fnatic, though, still trying to work the outside of the building. Tex finally getting inside. Otherwise, the rest of Fnatic currently on the roof and still repelled. So Tex needs to get these initial kills here. Oh, he has one inside a bar they could possibly get. Checking new drop still. Sees some cameras. Will get rid of one of the yokais. Finds a couple mute jammers as well. And this is the beauty of IQ.
Tex trying to pop that breaching charge, but it's gone, so won't hear much happen from that. The second one will go off successfully, however. And in the meantime, Shaiko still holding the Skylight angle. Magnet will finally strike for Fnatic, though, picking up the first, but Shaiko's there to strike right back, knocking out Tex. And still waiting for that peak to come in for Mentalist again at the Skylight. Shaiko! What? With a double! That might have been a collateral, taking out Magnet and Lusty, and now looking for the last one. He gets it as well. It's an ace from Shaiko with an incredibly bold hold in the middle bar. To pick up extra kills if he wants to jump into mini.
This is a freebie for Shaiko here, but he adjusts the angle right as the man heads back, but he finds Vert. Prone angle outside, looking to the mini window next to Beepers. Gonna take down the Jaeger. EMP's in, wall open, X-Kairos off. And that's gonna be a crouch hole here. The bottom of it might be raised enough to where you have to vault through. So that's a little bit of trouble, but nothing that BDS can't handle. Foxay still on the clash, playing close to the wall. Gonna try and delay this as much as possible, but BDS is acting fast.
Team leaping in here, BDS. Gonna start slowly swapping their way into position to take control. They've already done this 3 other times. Shaiko is in just a second here going to move in. Probably will go for the soft breach underneath of the half wall position. That's what he's lining up for himself right now. Doesn't want to fully jump in for it either. To make the angle as best as possible for himself. But Laxing is not sent out of position just yet. They're trying to see if they can get the head to pop up. It's this close, but unless he fully peeks it, it's not going to happen. Shaiko gets the job done anyway, now for his second kill on the round. The Clash still in position, guarding against this push, however. But that may not be an issue for very long if they can take him out. The first stun goes in, swings the shield to the side, and opens up the legs for some damage to be done to Foxay, but a little under half. They're going to need to do that again.
The issue is now, though, is that he still has a concussion. Fox has very low HP. If he tries to make a play, that concussion can definitely get him killed. 36 seconds, though, as BDS is still trying to make their way onto site. They burn the last concussion to get the deployable shield, but Retro actually gets Renshiro. That's huge. That is getting this even closer and closer, but Fox's been down. Retro has plenty of damage done to him. They're just going to try and force their way into site. Shaiko with 2. It's all down to Nyx in a clutch situation. He can stop Rafal from planting, it seems to be, as he gets his yokai set to the ceiling, stops at one time, but he sees everyone bearing down on site. Still holding inside of 90. He hops over the half wall next to radio window, works his way into archives, but quickly gets dispatched. And that's going to be an ace for Shaiko against Reciprocity in round 5. It'll be a time waste. SSG focusing on the northeast side of the map. That'll be where the attack starts from as they drone things out. And then finally, Space Station gets the first kill of the round. Na'Vi is the one who's been getting all those first bloods, actually gets first blooded by Bosco. That was the gentleman that he killed in the very first round of their defense. Breach round goes off, but Cyber's already been droned out as well from the drone inside of Master. He's going to have to play this very slow here and try and back out methodically, otherwise he'll bump into Thinking Nade as he's already worked his way inside of Study.
A lot of forward momentum being made specifically towards Statuary, as you said, pushing players further back into Aviation and Study. They'll check out the Cap Cannon Trap, that EDD sitting right next to the door. So hopefully the team won't get tripped up by that. Remember, that's about 50 HP that goes away if you run into one of those. You do need to hit 2 to be fully killed, but even the loss of just the 50 HP puts you at a massive disadvantage in any one gunfight that you'll end up in later on in the round.
Well, half ults for flank watch here. We don't have Nomad any longer. Thinking Nade back on the Thatcher for the time being, at least. Just going to try and get rid of some more of those electrical devices, and there's quite a bit of them for him. Navi's already died earlier on, so not too many goo mines to worry about, but obviously still a ton of electronic equipment on the field. Rampy getting aggressive towards bus door, almost bags himself one, but backs off the angle. Masterful working this gunfight, yes, absolutely. Cyber's getting aggressive though. Rampy has to read into this, and he doesn't. Rampy not ready, but Cyber definitely was. Hugzord gets one for his troubles as well. MIBR taking control of round 9 with only a minute and 10 seconds left.
And once again, SSG getting tripped up by heads-up play from MIBR that they are not scouting or not properly checking for. Bosco, though, gives himself a little bit of that as he runs out into the open, getting himself the frag on Cyber at 90. Bullet still waiting at the top of main stairs, though, checking between these two angles, left and right and left again, hoping to try and get one. He will be scanned out, though, nearly caught, but no! Makes it over the banister, back downstairs, but there's players waiting for him. There's top-down destruction already done in order to catch these guys off as they commit to the rotate. One will go down and get killed, but M-King still stays alive.
Bosco not having any more scans, or couldn't exactly scan those feet. We don't exactly know. Bosco with a quad kill, though. And this is what we needed from SSG. We've needed them to warm up. Can he get the ace? It's all left down to Hugzord in this 1 versus 3. And this could get his team to match point here. Oh, map point, excuse me. Diffuser going down on the other side, so he's going to have to challenge through. Oh, and it's going to be the ace from Bosco and SSG. But they'll pop off just yet. Still have a long road ahead of them to try and bring things back here on Villa.
The unpredictability of NIP is something that will be in the minds of every team that they come across from now on. And, well, worried about a possible take through detention, they barricaded it off. But instead of taking through detention, they take through customs. Pino just blows the wall open, and down goes Canadian, who was playing in that spot. So SSG had a very good strategy. They knew that if somebody tried to clear in from detention, jail as a lot of teams refer to it as, then they could slow them down, especially with a Legion in that position. C4 will not do any damage to anybody on Ninjas in pajamas. As we hit the halfway mark of this round, Canadian had just been felled earlier. That's really it. Still a second floor clear attempt as a member of SSG plays real close to the wall. That's Thinking Nade. Frag grenade goes off, doesn't do any damage to him, or at least very little. He can re-engage with TCSG in hand.
Oh, damage done there. That's quite a lot actually with one shot, but oh, a back peek. Pino reads it perfectly, lands the shot, and a big kill for Ninja Pajamas. Now they're going to be able to put more pressure on Armory. There's Fultz down by half wall thanks to the nade. The rush from Pino gets the triple kill, and there's the quad! Beautiful play from the Buck. Rampy now, the last defender. He's got to find 5. He'll attempt that from the east stairs. Not going to be an easy task. He's in a good position, actually, and I think he's gone undetected, so he might be able to get 1 freebie onto the IQ. There it is. Muzi goes down. 4 more to find. A lot of them bunched up right now. There's a third, but oh, is that it? It's Pino on the ace. A beautiful shot, and the reactions too fast.
Can anybody stop Ninjas in Pajamas right now?
It doesn't seem so.
Can any team blunt the momentum of this runaway train that has traveled an awful long way from South America?
Here's the thing that keeps surprising me, Parker, is that SSG are clearly, in many of these rounds, setting themselves up to win. I mean, so many times, it looks like SSG's got the better angles, they've got the better positions, and then suddenly NiP are winning gunfights that they really shouldn't win, like that last one, right at the end. Like the second one that Pino got the kill on. Through that Maverick hole, that should have been a kill for Thinking Nate. He actually, that wasn't exactly the worst peek in the world. He probably should have caught his opponent off guard, and yet Pino's just winning those.